God failed me as a child, and will probably fail me again. I don't count it out, that's for sure. Um, Based on what I went through, I don't count it out again. uh, I almost expect I almost expect to be let down for sure. So never hedge my bets on God. Never do. Never. Uh, Based on my upbringing, no. So, anyways, yeah, it's pretty disheartening when it was God that let you down. Uh, it's pretty disheartening. It's not like some Joe Schmo let me down. It's not like some random person let me down. It was God Himself that let me down. That's pretty big, don't you think? Uh, I mean, the narcissists are all just fake people, but God's an actual real person or a real entity. So when God lets you down, it's pretty major to me, and it's a big unmotivator, and is the reason I was suicidal. Hands down, is God let me down in my younger days. Uh, he was out in the Bahamas or something. I don't know what he was doing during my childhood, but he was out somewhere else. He was gone. Uh, Out golfing or something, you know. Who knows? That's one question I want answered, before I die. It really is a question I want answered. Where was God during a big part of the abuse? Where the hell was he? He wasn't there. You know what I mean? No protection. No protection of any kind. Like, oh, this is my child. You know, none of that. None of that. I felt like no one's child. No, I felt like no one's child. You hear what I'm saying? Nobody's child. And that's pretty much where my mind went, after the first traumatic thing that happened. uh, I instantly had no father. Like God was instantly not my father after the first traumatic event, and especially after the next events after. But uh, I was just like, God ain't my father after this shit. Fuck no. So I'm one of the few people that have somewhat of a soul that doesn't have a father, uh, which is a unique case. Because my earth father is not my father. He's just a psychopath, uh, a really hardcore actor, psychopath. Uh, and my uh, God father stopped being my father after I was first traumatic event. I didn't acknowledge God anymore after that as anybody. He was a nobody. God became a nobody in an instant to me. In an instant, he became a nobody. Uh, so I stopped living life for real. You know what I mean? I just kind of I reflected God's behavior, basically. God didn't care, so I didn't care. God didn't care, so I didn't care. You know what I mean? It was just God's indifference was reflected from me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, People get mad at me, like, oh, what's wrong, Adam? I'm just reflecting God. That's it. I'm reflecting his indifference, his non-caring indifference. That's all I'm doing. That's what's wrong. I'm just reflecting God. So when you're asking, oh, there's something wrong with you, what's wrong? I'm just reflecting God. Get mad at God. I'm just reflecting his non-caring attitude towards me and anybody that's like me. While everybody else gets to live their life, God fucks me over. Uh, it's great. I mean, it was a great time, especially around psychopaths, uh, doing whatever the hell they wanted around me, bullying me. Doesn't matter because God didn't care, so I didn't care. So what did it matter? Didn't matter because I don't exist. I'm just this punching bag, and then for all to see, for all to tear apart, for the whole world to scapegoat. Just that's all I'm here for. And apparently Jesus didn't want to be a scapegoat anymore, so that it became me. It became me. I became the Jesus of my family, the scapegoat. Because the real Jesus went on vacation, and so it had to become me for some reason. Uh, the family was perfect, but not me. I was the one with all the problems. The family was perfect. Their pretend show was perfect. Um, but yeah, so, you know, that's all I was there for. I was just reflecting God's behavior. That's it. So anybody that was mad at me for being depressed, for being nonchalant, not caring in life, I'm reflecting God's behavior. That's it. God's indifference, that's what I'm reflecting. So if you want to know how God felt about what was going on with me, I'm reflecting it. Totally. Totally indifferent to what was going on. Totally indifferent. But then he tries to change his tune later on. Like, oh, crap. Oh, crap. I care all of a sudden. I for some reason, I found Jesus, so I care. I found Jesus. God found Jesus, so he started to care uh, about someone that he didn't care about for a long time. Long time. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. uh, I was alone a long time uh, from all directions. Um, but it didn't matter. I was just I was just there to be sacrificed. That's all I was there for. I was there to be sacrificed. They made it clear to me that's why I was there, just to be sacrificed. So that's what happened. I got sacrificed totally. Um, and then after I got sacrificed and wiped out, God found Jesus, and then change of heart, uh, decided to help me after decades of narcissist bullshit. So I'm not getting him off the hook for what happened to me. Why should God be off the hook? Because he's God? No, that's how narcissists are. They think they're off the hook for whatever they do with no accountability. And like, why is God exempt? Because he's God. Why is he exempt for being indifferent, for watching all the bullshit I went through? Why is God exempt from that? He shouldn't be exempt from that bullshit. What happened to me should never have happened, ever. Not in a million years. It shouldn't have happened at all to anybody that's God's son. Shouldn't have happened to me at all. Not even for a second. But doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter anymore. Because God is perfect. He ain't perfect. Shocker. Shocker. He ain't perfect. I don't care what anybody says. The narcissists think they're perfect walking around. They ain't perfect. God ain't perfect. Yeah, that's the thing that went through my mind all through growing up, was like all this abuse is going on and everyone's singing praises to this perfect God while I'm getting abused. He ain't perfect. No. uh, he's a little blind in his glory or something. He was too caught up in something because he wasn't. I don't know what he was doing. Like, to this day, I don't know what God was doing for the first few decades of my life. First couple decades, I have no idea what he was doing. But I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. I hope whatever he was doing through while I was going through hell on earth was worth it. You know what I mean? So, hope it was worth it. That's all I gotta say. Because I remember. I remember. And that's the downfall of anybody that was not there and anybody that was involved, is I remember. And they wish I didn't remember. But I remember. I remember major things. So, that I do not take lightly. I, you know, as far as me goes, I don't take lightly what happened to me. Um, I think God is a joke from even going on vacation, during all that. Uh, yeah. Hope it was worth it. Whatever he was doing, I hope it was worth it. Because I never forgot. I never forgot what happened to me. Never. I know the narcissists forget. Yeah, they forget everything. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Look how perfect my mask is. I didn't do anything wrong. But I remember, and that's what matters. Is I remember. So, anyone that was involved, anyone that watched, is cut off. They're cut off, and they should be cut off from me. And I don't care what their status is in God terms. They're cut off. Cut off. You can't go no contact from God. Watch me. Watch me. I'll improve faster. Because he ain't healing fast. He ain't healing fast enough, in my opinion. That whole healing the blind guy in an instant, that's a bunch of horse shit. Definitely not healing that fast over here, So, but everybody knows how hard it is to motivate Jesus. It's fucking hard to motivate Jesus. He does what he wants when he wants. The right timing. From my experience, you have to be barely alive and committing suicide for Jesus to jump in. You have to be, let me repeat that. You have to be barely alive and committing suicide, like really wanting to kill yourself. Like, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this shit. I had enough of this game. I had enough of this place. I had enough of this narcissist bullshit. I had enough of this religion. I had enough of everything. That's when Jesus jumps in. Unfortunately, that's when Jesus jumps in. He doesn't jump in when you need him. When you're younger, he doesn't jump in when you need him. Unfortunately, you have to be barely alive when it's all pretty much said and done. Unfortunately, but that's the reality, and we just have to live with it. We have to live with God sitting on the bench for 20 years minimum, and just watching psychopaths do whatever they want. We just have to live with that, apparently. We just have to suck it up and walk it off. And yeah, if it was that easy to walk off, just ridiculous. Freaking bullshit. Unwinnable bullshit, you know. I swear God is one of them. I swear. Just the way it all went down is just like, it was like God was favoring the psychopaths. That's how it felt from my end of things. It felt like God was favoring the psychopath totally. Totally. They never let up. They were just Energizer bunnies from hell. They were straight up Energizer bunnies from hell the whole time. The whole time. And it was just like a never ending hell on earth. Never ending. Anyways, I'm done talking about that shit. God doesn't deserve my recognition anymore for that shit. He's as guilty as they are, in my opinion. He's fucking as guilty as they are. For watching that shit, sitting in the bleachers watching that shit, watching what happened to me, eating popcorn and shit. Fuck him. Fuck him for watching that shit. Fuck him for watching what happened to me. Fuck him. That's what I think. He has no idea what it did to me. He has no idea what it did to me. His abandonment. He has no idea what it did to me. Left me high and dry with psychopaths. Knowing full well they were psychopaths, he did. I know God knew they were fucked up from day one. I knew he knew that. But didn't matter. Send me to my fucking death. Send me to my fucking grave, you know? I pissed them off in another life. And this is my punishment. So, anyways. Jesus is cut off. Jesus is second place. He's not better than me. He is not better than me. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck. I know the life I lived. Jesus is not that great. For watching that shit, he ain't that great. It's all talk. It's all songs. Yes, he's impressive in some areas, but a lot of it's just bullshit, you know, like he'll watch a child get abused for decades, the worst, most severe abuse, he'll watch it. So I have no respect for that shit. I have no respect for that shit. Um, I'm not sure what his end game was. I'm not sure what the goal of all that was, because it seemed like there was no goal to it all. It seemed so pointless to just torture somebody for no reason. None. There's no reason for this. There's none. So, rob me of a life, any kind of life, in my opinion. Um, by the time I have a life, I'll be 50 years old. I swear to God, because he waited so fucking long to jump in and do something. Because no one was gonna do anything. No one was. No one was doing shit to stop them, to stop what they were doing, to stop the mind games, to stop the brainwashing, whatever was going on. Them working me. No one was stopping it. So, and I remember it well. I remember it well. I remember God's indifference very well. While they got to do whatever they wanted to me, and anybody can think what they want, but I know what I think about it all. So, anyways, yeah, it was some bullshit. And I still don't think God can heal me. I still don't think he went through more than me. I don't. I took way too much damage. I'm just like, I don't even try I don't even try to think Jesus can heal me anymore. It's just like, I already know you can't heal me. Get the fuck away from me. I know you can't heal this much damage. I know you can watch this much damage happen. I know you can watch it, but I know you can't heal it. So get the hell out of here. That's how I feel. It's just like, not a permanent fucking brain damage or something because Jesus was on vacation. So you tell me not to be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody would be mad if they had brain damage while Jesus was on vacation from narc abuse, you know? Uh, Anybody would be pissed uh, because the damage is long lasting, you know? And I don't see a point in destroying somebody's brain just so you could go on vacation, you know? So I don't have a father anymore. I have no father. I have no fucking father. I don't need a father. I don't need a father. Never had a father. I don't need a father. After all that shit that I went through, I don't have a father. Fuck fathers. Fuck fathers. That's what I say. They should all fucking kill themselves. And let the son fucking live his life. In my opinion, they should just end their own lives. They can't even let their son fucking outshine them. So they have to fucking target them. And then fuck fathers for that shit. Fuck them. Predatory bastards. Can't even let the sun rise above you. Pieces of shit. Fucking fathers need to fucking kill themselves, not me. They need to kill themselves and get off the fucking map for abusing their sons. That's what I think. The wrong people are suicidal. The wrong people are suicidal. It should be the abusers that are suicidal. it should be them. They should grow a fucking conscience and just end their own lives. That's how I feel. They should be the ones ending their lives, not me. I shouldn't be suicidal. They should be. For what they did, they should be haunted by that shit. They should be haunted by that shit. And God should be haunted for watching that shit happen. That's what I think. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm one of the survivors that doesn't think God is innocent in all this. It was just too bad. It was too severe. It was just too fucked up. No one was innocent. In regards to me, no one was innocent. Nobody. Even what I did later on to cope with it all, I'm not innocent either, you know. But those that targeted me are not innocent, as they portray. Those that watched what happened to me are not innocent. No one was innocent. So that's all I gotta say for now. Until I vent again, I guess. But you'd be mad too, you know. You'd be mad too that God fucking betrays you, totally abandons you for most of your life. You'd be mad too. Be fucking mad. So I am. I'm fucking mad. I'm fucking mad at it all. Because it didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to be as bad as messed up as it all was. It didn't have to be that way. But they can't help themselves. They can't have a 12-year-old outshine them. They have to kill the 12-year-old, you know. They can't stand a 12-year-old, you know. So God has to fucking let them be targeted, you know, because he's threatened by the 12-year-old. God's threatened by the 12-year-old, you know. So scary. So threatening that all these adults have to target a kid. So scary. Just me be myself. Oh, I'm threatened. You know. Fuck them. That's what I say.